if you want to apply this to business, I do this. Pick 1, 2, or 3, depends on how good you are. But at the very least, every day, pick one thing in business in the morning and write it down. And that's what you have to get done despite anything else, and get that thing done. And if you do that every single day, you will keep compounding and growing.
Welcome to the Customer Commerce Podcast, where technology's fast and biz is a blast.
In life and in business, time is precious. It's why customers stay or leave and why businesses succeed or fail. We're here to give a voice to everything that makes business, whether as a customer or as a CEO, easier and more rewarding. Welcome to the Customer Commerce Podcast. Let's dive in. Good. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, before you say anything else, to the Customer Commerce Podcast.
Yay.
We can't promise quality, but we can promise laughter.
Entertainment
comes first, right?
That's right.
Now, this is a very, very, very special podcast episode because we haven't said anything while we've been offline, but it is someone's birthday.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8.
No, we're not singing happy birthday.
to ya. Happy birthday.
Okay, so that's the end of the Customer Commerce Podcast.
It is Michael. Michael, we need you for this one.
Wow. He's grumpy in his
It is
old age.
It is Michael Lindsaar's birthday.
Old age.
No, you are in your prime.
Melvin.
Happy birthday, Michael Lindsaar.
Thank you. Yes, it's been a year.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave it there.
Okay. We'll come back to that, Michael. But we have a new guest.
No, we're not going to come back to it.
We will. We have a new guest. We have a new amigo, I should say, to the
Amigo.
Customer Commerce Podcast. Welcome, Tony Melvin.
Yeah.
He
I'm
doesn't get
actually
it.
your birthday present. That's the surprise.
Thanks, Tony.
It's great to have you. Now, today I've worked out a little theme because I feel like it's Michael's birthday. It's, episode 2 of season 3. And I figured, Tony, you're in the UK. I've been in Italy. Michael, we're all around the joint. And it's been the Winter Olympics. Have you guys been keeping track of the Winter Olympics? Well, you know what?
I'm always blown away.
Unless the Winter Olympics need a customer commerce solution.
The Team Canada curling team, Touchgate.
What
anyway,
happened with that? What was the... Okay, we'll get into the
I don't know what ended
drama.
up happening, but apparently, there's a video of them touching the whatever you call it, the curl. What do you actually call the rock in curling? Maybe it's called the rock.
I didn't even realize it was a sport until this year, to be honest.
I mean, it's a whole thing, right? But yeah, once you let it go, you're not allowed to touch it. And apparently there was a video of him grazing it, and then they won gold. I don't know. Anyway, it's quite a cycle of action.
Conspiracy.
It's way beyond my pay grade to understand the implications of the rules, let alone what the hell curling is. So curling is basically lawn bowls on ice. That's
but it's hilarious as well. But I'm sure there's a real sport to it. But I was so shocked when I was looking at it.
Now, why are you asking?
Well, because that's going to be our theme for the episode. Okay.
Well, great. At least we came prepared.
I'm not going to quiz you. It's just more fun when there's a theme.
Wearing my winter clothes. I'm prepared.
Yeah.
Tell me, if you want to go to a birthday party, which one are you going to go to? The themed birthday party or just like a birthday party?
Definitely the Winter Olympic themed birthday party.
Exactly.
The one put on by Jess in Australia.
Okay, so that's going
Because
to be
it's
the
like,
theme.
what the hell?
And I figured, because it's going to be our theme, this is the way we're going to introduce people to Tony, right? There's kind of little fun facts that you can really know about someone by this. So the first question, this is me putting you on the spot for sure now. So
Yep.
Tony, what is your favorite Olympic sport if you had to choose one? We're all judging you, by the way, but what is your favorite Olympic
It's got
sport?
to be swimming because Australians are so good at it. Love the swimming.
Yeah. Okay,
Did you just say swimming? Did you just say Winter Olympic or Olympic?
No, she said Olympic.
Point of order. Oh, okay, Olympic. Fine.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's Winter Olympic
Imagine
theme,
swimming.
but it's still Olympic. I'll count that.
Actually, it would be more fun, wouldn't it? I reckon they'd probably go faster to get out of the water.
But hey, the Australians would win because we'd be doing the Aussie crawl.
But a Winter Olympics, yeah, that's true. Winter Olympics is the I don't know what's called, the ski jump one, whatever that.
Yeah,
where they
that's
look like they're
amazing.
flying.
They do
go
like
that.
10 spins up in the air.
Yes.
It's crazy. Okay, and then the next question for people to really, really know who you are. What is the dish, the meal that you could eat forever?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. You know, there's a restaurant chain here in England or London, around London. It's called Farmer Joe's, and they just do the best curry, rice, all fresh vegetables. I was going there every day when we were living in London. It's the best.
So you could just keep eating it.
Just keep eating that.
Okay. It sounds like you're a healthy individual.
He is. I spent a week with him, and
you tried, Michael. But
I tried. I tried everything.
What's your favorite dessert then, Tony?
It's going to be a fruit, like a raw fruit. Just watch. He's going to come back with like, well, I only eat
papaya,
organic mangoes from southern France.
Oh, they're actually pretty good, those.
I'm only giving Tony shit because I completely admire his food choices. I have
those organic mangoes from south of France are pretty good, but
aside from that,
well, you know, flapjacks are pretty good. You know, flapjack,
like a pancake, right?
With oats. No, they're more like a little cake. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, and then the last one.
Mm-hmm.
After working with so many businesses, because you have worked with a lot of businesses, what's a business move that you found that makes you want to? I've noted here, face palm, meaning like, oh no, not again. Why?
You mean like how they're doing something really stupid or
like what's a recurring thing that you see with business owners that you're like, why do they do this?
Yeah, you know, probably to sum it up is when they do something successful, their stats go through the roof, and then they change it. And you can be a consulting genius or a business guru, whatever you want to call it, where you go in and you go, give us your statistics for the last 5 years, 10 years. You find where it's high, and you go, what were you doing there? And they go, blah, blah, blah. What promotion were you doing? Who was selling? You find out exactly what was going on in all areas of the organization at that point. And you go, okay, good. We're going to rehire that guy. We're going to do that promo that you were doing at that point. We're going to put all those things back in. The stats go flying back up again, and they say you're a genius. It's really is about as hard as that.
Hilarious. Wow. Nice. Well, I feel like I know Tony a lot more now. So I wonder if the listeners feel the same way too. Thanks, Tony.
You made me hungry now. So
I gotta say that was one of the more awkward segues you've ever done, Jess.
Michael.
Okay,
you know what?
Here we go.
No,
okay.
For doing that, I'm going to put the spotlight back on you. So now going on to the fact that you were born this day.
Yes.
A while ago.
Tell me. Which century were you born in, Michael? That's what we should start asking.
Yeah, thanks.
I tell you, no one is safe on this podcast. But I did have a question for you, Michael. Considering we're celebrating your existence on Earth, we're relating it to business, because I feel like we could talk about so many random things on this podcast. But in regards to business, if you were to chat with Michael, you know, when you began your entrepreneur life, what would be a piece of advice that you would give him, or maybe like word of warning before?
Don't do it, Lindsaar.
What's something that you would say to your younger self before beginning?
Well, I think this isn't...
Good pause.
Yeah, we have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
He needs to be reflective.
This is a dangerous question, because it presupposes that I'd want to change or fix something. I really do believe that you should never regret yesterday, and life is in you now, right? And you make your own where you're going. So every decision that I've made up to this point has gotten me to exactly where I am, and I'm in the best position that I can be. You know, maybe aside from don't lose the Bitcoin wallet when you are mining it at 1 cent a Bitcoin, that could have been a good one to sort of keep in the little. However, having said that, how would my life be different now? Like it's a really interesting question, because if you change trajectory in your life like that, say I did mine 10,000 Bitcoin back then, would have I sold them at $1 if I was getting them at 1 cent? Would have I sold them at $10? Would have I sold them at $100? Would have I sold them at $100,000? Where would have I sold them on that chain? And would I have now more regretted that, because now I would have been in this path and at the same time earned money from something that I didn't put any effort into, because then I wouldn't be able to repeat it, right? Mining Bitcoin at the right time is akin to winning the lottery. You're not building any muscle that will help you rebuild that wealth if you ever lose it. And that's why people that win these things or do these things are quite often not happy. They're very scared, they're worried, they're anxious because the source of their wealth is not under their control, right? And that's a horrible state of existence to be in. You know, you might say that anyone working at a company, their source of wealth is not under control, but it's not true. You know, that sure, the boss has to hire them, but the boss is not going to fire the top performing person in the company, right? So just be the top performing person in the company. So what would I give myself? The one advice probably I would give myself is let go of bad people faster. And it's the hardest one because bad people in your company, in your existence, partnerships, they're not obvious. And quite often they do a really good job in 99%, but you got to get them off certain things. And that's a challenge. And it's probably the hardest thing to do as a founder is firing people that don't fit. The second hardest thing is hiring the right people. So, you know, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, they're the two biggest things, I think.
Interesting. It's funny because that can also be applied to life in general as well.
Absolutely. Get out of that relationship that's not working, or spend the time to find the right relationship, or, you know, all of this there's a really good idea. It's not mine. I don't know who came up with it, but that your spouse is the most important investment you will make in your life, right? Beyond the house, beyond the car, beyond the job, your spouse, your better half is the most important investment because that person, you plus them, create something so much more. And having that calmness or that drive, you know, whatever you need in your life, generally a crazy entrepreneur needs someone who's calm and very well grounded. And the grounded person needs someone who's like, let's go. So, you know, and that role can be different across the genders. It doesn't matter, but that's a very important thing. So, but yeah, who you surround yourself with is probably the number one thing that I would have spent a lot more time learning about. And there are courses. Anyone who wants a course on that, reach out to me personally. I'll send them to them.
Nice. There's a statistic I've heard that you earn within about 10% of the closest people around you.
You what? You
earn your income or your wealth is usually within 10% of your closest people around you that you hang out
with. That's good. I'm happy with that then. I know some really rich billionaires.
Exactly, right? Exactly. But, you know, you're having lunch with guys like that, you know, deca millionaires, 100 millionaires, billionaires. It just, you absorb it, you know, and then you get the connections they have.
You change the viewpoint in your life. And I think one of the key things about that I really disagree with is people that are then optimizing on that metric, right? So they go, well, my income is going to be 10% of the people that I need to know. So I need to do anything and only what I need to do to sit down and have lunch with blah, blah billionaire. And they sit down at lunch with a billionaire and they burn it because they're not doing anything in life. Like, being productive. They're not productive. These mega rich and successful people, 99.9% of the time got there because they worked their asses off.
And they're still working. Most of them are still working. Yeah.
And they have a bullshit meter that is pegged at 1,000.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? So their time is so valuable that the way you want to end up having lunch with those people is someone goes, oh, mate, what you're doing is amazing. You need to have lunch with Fred. Right.
Yeah.
And that's actually how I've been introduced to all of my really wealthy friends. Right?
Yeah.
And it's been really interesting where someone else has gone, you need to talk to blah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It takes like a minute. That's it.
And then you're in that meeting and you're like, what happened?
Yeah.
Because they also think really fast. So yeah, produce, but who you surround yourself by.
Nice. Tony, do you have any words of advice you would give to your younger self in business?
That's a good one. I guess it's similar to Michael is really, you know, there's no regrets. The luxury of being pretty much able to do whatever I want since I was my first business, I think it was like 20 or something like that. And not necessarily, you know, having a boss in a sense of working 9 to 5, you know, not ever taking those kind of roles. I've always taken roles where there's a tremendous opportunity and it's exciting and it's a big game. And sometimes it works and you make a lot of money. Sometimes it doesn't work and you don't make any money. You know, you lose money. But I still wouldn't change even those experiences because that's where you often learn the real skills in business and in life to be able to then see the next opportunity and make that grow. So, yeah, younger self, do it again, and probably just forget the failures and the losses as soon as they're done. Don't even have any more attention on them. Just keep going. Find the next game.
Play the game. It's all a game. Nice. Okay, well, moving on. I wanted to give you some facts if you weren't interested. Okay, but here's some facts on the Winter Olympics. Okay, do you know who's first on the Winter Olympics? And they've been like first in history.
Got to be some cold country.
I was going to say Norway or Sweden. I don't actually know.
Okay, 50 points to Michael. It's Norway.
I gave him a hint. I got to get at least half of that. Come on, that's a cold country.
No, Tony. No. Norway has gotten 18 gold medals and 41 medals in total this year, and it's something like 100 and something overall. I don't have that statistic, but they've got 41 gold medals in total.
America used to just win everything, right? All the time.
Yeah, well, United States is just under them by 33 medals and 12 gold.
That'd be like Australia beating the US in the Olympic Games.
I mean, Australia, I got the stat on Australia. Australia have won 6 gold and 6 medals in total. But you know what? Winter Olympics.
Winter? That's actually pretty good.
That's pretty good, seeing as we only have like one ski slope in all of Australia. And it's only open for like 3 weeks a year.
Exactly. But speaking of gold medals, Mikel Lindsaar, the birthday man, you recently posted something on LinkedIn about a 5K achievement.
Yeah, that was good. This is like really on topic for the Customer Commerce podcast.
Okay, the thing is we can segue in to the deep and meaningful behind it, okay? Yes, you have to trust me.
I'll trust you. I always trust you, Jen.
Okay, good. So tell us a little bit about it.
Segue feels like we're going via Norway. Sorry, Jess.
Yeah, right. Oh, no, I get it. You know, Norway, like the battler, now is beating the America.
Yeah, Vikings, we're going to hit the Vikings soon.
Gold medal, K-Run. I actually got a little gold medal on my little app too, you know?
But here's the thing. I think, like, I love reading, what is it called? Or autobiographies from athletes, because I think there's always, oh my God, what's the word starts with C? Corollary.
Yeah.
Corollary?
Yes.
Yeah.
Corollary. That doesn't sound like a real word.
Wow, look at that.
Fastest 5K, wow.
Impressive.
Between, life and the endurance. The physical endurance of things. So that's where I'm segueing into. What was the lesson you think you learned, Michael?
Don't give up. Yeah, I mean, I put in the post. Jess was like, "Can I have some more?" But honestly, it's don't give up. Like, I've kept a track of, these are my 5K times over. I think that's like 3 years.
Yeah, from 2023. Right?
Yeah. So, and before that first 2023 one was 9 months of getting to the point where I could run 5K. So, going out 3 times a week, every week for 9 months. And the first run that I did, I only managed to run a total of 1 kilometer over a half-hour period, over a 45-minute period, and came back completely dead. I couldn't move. And the next day, my muscles were all cramped and everything, right? So to go from that, my first 5K in 2023 was 50 minutes. And that's basically not running. That's a very fast shuffle, a very slow shuffle, right? It's where your feet are dragging for the entire end of the 3K. It's like, I'm going to do it. And I got back. I remember walking into the house, and my wife saw me and go, "Are you okay?" I basically came to the chair and collapsed. And from there, it's been just constant. It took me a year and 3 months to get under 40 minutes. And then it took me didn't take me very long to get under 37 minutes, took me another year. So, my first run was at 50 minutes. And then a year and a half later, it was 38 minutes. And then a year and a bit later, it was 36:50. And then almost a year later, it's now under 35, right? So it takes a lot of work, and it's compounding. And that's, I think, the thing. Aside from the runs, I walk 5 kilometers every single day, and I have now for a year and a half. Birthdays, Christmas. While I was stuck in Dallas International Airport for the day, I did laps, and security are like, See case in the joint. So, that's, you pick some unchangeable, unnegotiable things and do them.
Nice.
And in business, I mean, if you want to apply this to business, I do this. Pick 1, 2, or 3, depends on how good you are. But at the very least, every day, pick one thing in business in the morning and write it down. And that's what you have to get done despite anything else, and get that thing done. And if you do that every single day, you will keep compounding and growing.
I like it.
Yep. Very good.
I like it. I realize that we've come to the mark where we have to end off, and I've got like half the rest of things that I wanted to explain.
You haven't even hit Norway, right? That's the problem.
No, exactly. But I guess it's a good point to end off with one last question to both of you. And in terms of, again, the theme of Olympics, which hasn't been a prominent theme, but I've tried to make it, forcing it. The hurdles in life, the hurdles in business. What do you find, both of you, this podcast is sponsored by StoreConnect, and obviously, Michael, you're the founder of StoreConnect. Tony, you're the CMO of StoreConnect. What's probably the number one hurdle that you find for businesses this year, and what is the solution? Is there a solution?
Yeah, well, I think the big thing for business this year is AI, or getting AI ready and being able to actually utilizing it in the business in an efficient way. I think it's for many businesses, particularly small to medium-sized businesses, they're like probably wondering, where do we start and how do we do it?
Do you think
AI to do?
Because AI is talked about so much that I find that people are almost desensitized to even look at it and take it seriously, because it's like, you're talking along with the same wooey dude that is also talking in it. It can become hard to really understand, like, is that the thing though? What do you think, Michael?
It is.
Okay.
Corporate America is about to have massive layoffs across the entire country. Block just laid off 40% of their staff after reporting, and that's 40% of 10,000 people, right? So 4,000 people worldwide lost their jobs after reporting record profits and record growth. And when they did that report and when they announced the layoffs, their share market capitalization jumped $8 billion as a result.
Yeah,
so the stock market gave the CEO of Block and every CEO in America a very, very clear communication that said, if you lay off 40% of your workforce, we're going to reward you with massive stock bonuses. Just think with that, right? So every CEO worldwide is looking at that going, especially all the public company CEOs, right? They're looking at that going, well, we have to do something, right? Now, the fact of the matter is this is going to roll through the economy like a freight train. And if you're not using AI, you are going to be in trouble. The only thing I do in my company right now outside of critical CEO duties, my almost entire focus for many, many months has been AI. And I'm working out I've got some really good stuff coming for StoreConnect and it's not just a chatbot or anything like that. It's a fundamental shift in the way that people do business online, and with tools like StoreConnect, I think it will actually pivot the market a little bit with what's coming. But, you have to, the only way I could come up with these ideas and thoughts is immerse myself in it. So if you're not doing that, you're in trouble. The number one thing you can do right now, if you have no idea what AI and how to use it, is get your data under control. Get a single source of truth. Because computers, like humans, like everyone, bullshit in, bullshit out. And if you're not having access to clean, accurate data, you will not be able to take advantage of AI as it expands at the rate that you need to. So you need to be able to have that data in one spot. So if you are not in that situation, if you have 4 different e-commerce systems running and a different point of sale system, call us at StoreConnect. We'll help you fix that. But with any other platform out there that you've got, if it's all disparate and dispersed, I mean, even if your accounting system's not talking to your CRM, call us. We'll introduce you to our friends at Accounting Seed, or ERP, our friends at Rootstock. Like, get all of your data in one system, and that's going to be the most important thing.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that the key thing that businesses, whoever's listening to this, is that the expectation of customers is going to be, I want to get my questions answered 24/7. Why doesn't they have an AI to do that for me? And if businesses don't have that as a feature, people are going to go elsewhere. And as an example, my son, 19 years old, 6'2", skinny. We were in a mall here in England, and he wanted to buy some clothes, and he needed to get extra long kind of clothes. So he went to ChatGPT and said, "Where can I buy long clothes for a skinny 6'2" guy?" And so he didn't go on Google, he didn't search any store. He said, "I'm in this mall," and ChatGPT gave him the 3 top options of where to go and exactly where in the mall to go. So it's completely bypassed all the usual channels that businesses have built up over the last sort of decade or 2 decades. And, search engine optimization, all that stuff is completely gone. It's only because there was enough data on those stores that had the information that they could sell clothes for a 6'2" skinny guy. And that's the change. And with retail and commerce and all of that, the key is having the data in one place, because humans up until now have been fixing that data hole. But with the speed of AI and the expectations of clients, you can't do that anymore. You've got to have it all in one spot, just like as what StoreConnect does with Salesforce.
Yeah. I mean, the positive thing is that AI isn't exclusive. It's like it's there for people
That's right. You want to do it.
Try out, learn, and you can do it right now, free. Okay, guys. Well, the 3 amigos. Tony, welcome.
Thank you.
And Michael, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And we'll be back next month. Any last words?
I found this USB stick when you were doing that mining back in the. I took it out of your bag.
Keep it, mate. You can have it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
That's fine. Thanks, mate.
All right, see you guys.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope you had an awesome time, leaving you with ideas on how to improve your business and wow customers. If you'd like to leave a real customer's story, head to the link in our show notes and cuss away. Love the show? Please subscribe and leave a review, because that enables us to help more businesses in building real relationships with customers and grow more rapidly. See you next time.